If you're not here for me, just leave now. This isn't a fling, this is my life. I can't even believe that it comes down to the letter.
Okay guys, if you're watching this right now, that means you made it to the final 2 episodes of the Courtship. Welcome to the party. We have our drink ready because we have a lot to talk about. So you're gonna see me in the same outfit. I will literally film the 2 videos the same day. I will drop them the same day. Don't worry, if you start watching episode 12 first, I'm not gonna spoil too much by the title and everything. Who's gonna be the winner? I already know everything. I have all the information. Don't mention I don't have the tea, but I have some good soda. So we're gonna start talking about the Courtship, episode 11, final part 1. Okay, let's go guys. So episode 11 of the Courtship, we have 4 suitors left. We have Mr. Khan, we have Mr. Josh, we have Mr. Bukikyo, and we have Mr. Chapman. 2 nice guys, Mr. Khan and Mr. Josh, and 2 an interesting guy. 2 challenging guys, Mr. Bukikyo and Mr. Chapman. Okay. So episode 11, at the beginning they're talking about the fact that Remy have a second overnight date with Mr. Lincoln. So Mr. Lincoln said his confusion is gone. You know, the father said he was confused about the fact that if Remy, the relationship with Remy was love or lost. He said something about like the confusion is gone.
Yeah, my confusion's kind of gone.
I don't know. What does that mean? I literally wrote on my notebook, what does it mean? We're gonna find out. And then they move on to the next part, so where they are talking about before the daily tea. So they talk about the fact that life is not just going to be full of fancy dinner. Like it's not always going to be a host. It's not going to be everything made for them. This time they have to learn how to make their own food. They literally have to make their own food. That's what normal people do, right? Unless you live in a freaking castle, unless you're rich, people cook for you. But a regular person like me, like you, we are all making our own food. So they're gonna make their own food. It's gonna be like, so they're gonna have the family and the 4 suitors. They're gonna work together to make the dinner. The host is making like the announcement, like how everything's gonna go, and it was very lonely. So I didn't memorize everything that people they are supposed to do. And it's not just about like cooking. They're still gonna have like some interesting conversation before things move either forward. Okay, first we have Remy and Lincoln that they have to go get the honey, and they're wearing all those clothes to protect themselves against the bee. And Remy was already scared. Lincoln took control of the whole date. He did very well, and I really appreciate that. And then after that, the suitor have to go talk to one member of the family. And this time Lincoln talked to Remy mom, to Miss Remy. So Lincoln have a conversation with her. She was talking about, oh Lincoln, what about your no mental lifestyle? How is it gonna work?
So the question is, do you think you'll be able to make some sort of commitment?
I don't know your time frame.
You don't know? Okay, all right.
So the way he's talking, like I'm like, just like a mom, I'm seeing something. I don't think this thing gonna go anywhere out of this place. I don't think, even like the previous episode again and again, the way he's talking about his relationship with Remy, even what he said at the beginning of the show, that he's not confused anymore. What does it mean? It's like the parent, like the way she was talking to Lincoln, the way the mom was talking to Lincoln, she said, this is not gonna work. Even the parents said, nah, I don't think this is gonna work. The way he see life, the way he see the things gonna do, like he doesn't take anything seriously. I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah. And then we have Miss Remy and Khan. They have to do something together. They have to get some milk for the goat. They don't know how to do that. They're trying the best. The funny thing is that when I was like trying, they was meeting the goat, and the bill just pass out. It was so funny. Let me say, oh, I'm traumatized. I'm never gonna drink milk. I'm not never gonna do this again. I'm like, that was so funny. And after Mr. Khan have to talk to Miss Tessa, even before that, even before Mr. Khan conversation with Tessa, let me say something that she have the strongest emotional connection with Mr. Khan. It's like they have known each other for a long time. They have a strong friendship. They are comfortable around each other. The only problem, it's like there's no romantic side. Not there might be romantic side, but it's not like popping. The physical connection is less compared to other people that are still here. Compared to other three people, you know. So that relationship is not showing the way it's supposed to show by now. So Remy is worried about that. So Mr. Khan talked to Tessa, Remy's friend, and they were making cheese. And Tessa asked the question about how are you gonna show your romantic side to Miss Remy? How do you intend to do that? And Mr. Khan talked about this relationship with Remy, like say that it's only that side that is not like showing. It's like he said that he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. He didn't say exactly what he's gonna do, but he says he's gonna show her. He intend to show his more romantic side to Remy, right? And then Miss Remy have to get some egg. It was a nice conversation. Like everything was good. Bokikio talk about the overnight with Lincoln, say he doesn't understand. He didn't give her the ultimatum, that kind of thing. It was like a soft ultimatum, or he didn't say, if you wanna do that, I'm gonna leave. He didn't do that. Yeah. He doesn't understand how she see with other men. Yeah, he's the one who want to be committed to her. He's the one who want to see, who's serious about her. He didn't say like he want to marry her. He didn't say that immediately. We know he's still scared about that, but he's taking this process seriously compared to everything that they hear from Mr. Lincoln every single day. Yeah, he said that Remy is interested in people who doesn't want to do anything to do with the proposal. And so it's like none of the other guys are committed like him.
From what you tell me, what you want, and then from what the other guys want, it's like, it's literally night and day.
Remy was like, she kind of mad. They kind of left it in bad terms, so both of them was not happy. They just like talking, having fun, and after one left on this side, the other one left on the other side. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? After Mr. Link and Mr. Bokikio went and talked to Claire.
How fun was that date in Nicole?
So much fun.
Really?
No.
That it didn't go so well. The one time that I have with him, so it was really awkward at the end. They argued and everything. So Remy said that it's her process. He didn't say that, she said she's trying to figure out those things, dating multiple men. She was saying that, and she left. She still tried to figure it out. And then after this date, after Remy have the time to spend with all the guys, and after the family member have the chance to, the God member have the chance to talk to the guy differently, we saw Mr. Lincoln. What is this guy about to do? Let's watch it. Let's talk about it, guys. Lincoln said, just like at the beginning of the episode, say his fan is clarity. There's no more thinking. There's no more asking questions. Everything is answered. I don't know if we pray about that or his question has been answered. Somehow he found the answer to all his questions. He found the answer to all his questions. He said he cannot fall in love with Remy.
I can't fall in love with this girl. Like, I would know by now.
You know that usually in Bachelor, like people usually say, if somebody say this, it's not really coming from like the person didn't say that, those are Frank by the raw, so you don't see the person directly, right? I learned that from watching The Bachelor solo. Literally, I cannot say even clear. Mr. Lincoln is talking, and you hear what he say. He's facing us. He literally say, this is just going to be a nice fling.
If things were going to work with Nicole, it would have to be just like a really fun fling where we see each other every once in a while.
And he's gonna fall in love with Remy. I say, oh my God, I swear to God, I saw this coming from far away. I'm like, Remy, be careful about this guy. He's an F-boy. He is an F-boy. A pretty handsome guy who live in a van. I'm not saying everybody who live in the van are F-boys, so Remy thought she was gonna change his life. She even said at the beginning, oh, Mr. Child, I'm gonna be the girl who make you realize he can live that life. He can actually commit to someone.
I feel solid about where we're at. Maybe I could be the one to change him and make him settle down, you know, maybe give up a little bit of his fan lifestyle.
No. Maybe at the point of his life, he will realize it's time for me to change, and I will change, but I don't think a girl gonna make him change unless he really fall in love.
It's going to take the feeling of being in love, you know.
But the fact that you see he can never fall in love with me, what do you use the word never? Oh my God. Mr. Khan saw that, he said, nah, this is not gonna pass through. Say spending it overnight with Remy, making him realize that. I don't know if they have time to talk. He's literally saying all his business to all the other guys, right? He said that Mr. Khan, like, usually I'm not for people who sneak, like who go and tell people what happened. I'm like, I'm with you, Mr. Khan. If you find something, go tell her to me. Let her know that she's not gonna make the biggest mistake of her life. I know the past few episodes we saw her he made cry over Mr. Chapman. We saw those tears. We saw how she really liked him. We saw that. We know she liked Pokiko. We know she liked George, but she also really liked Chapman, you know. I don't know if it's love or loss and that feeling. Everybody was like wanting her. She was like still like no. I'm glad this happened. I'm glad Mr. Khan took upon himself to write that letter to say exactly what Mr. Lincoln said to them, and the letter was gonna be delivered. They couldn't bring the letter at the perfect time. Literally, when the family was having dinner, you know, there's not a lot of people left. It's only 4 children left, and we have like the family is. They get often in a big table. They're having that dinner party. Everything is so good. Everybody's so happy. And what they do, they bring the letter, and you literally see Remy face shifting. You know, just like this background of this TV. Her face shifting, like she went from happy to like literally sad. And she went to talk to her sister, and they saw her. She was like crying, and I really appreciate those two girls. They'll be a great support to Miss Remy during this whole journey. I really appreciate the work that they done. Both of the girls, they are so amazing. A great friend. I was wrong about Tessa. You know what I say about Tessa? Like in a few episodes, episode 2 or something, what happened with that tall guy who was like 6'4", like the mother, I even forgot his name. I was really wrong about Tessa. She is a great and amazing friend. So I love both. I love Tessa and I love Claire. I love the great support they have been for Remy during this whole journey. And Miss Claire asked the parent to go work on the park because they have to solve this issue. They don't want the parent to be involved because it would be so messy. So they removed the parent, and then Mr. Remy got her, how do we call that, her iconic moment. She said something like, this is not a friend. This is my life. I want this to be my title. That was so epic, guys. That was epic. The way she said it, this is my life.
This isn't a fling, this is my life. I can't even believe that it comes down to the letter.
So she finally wanted to have a one-on-one talk with Mr. Khan, and she was asking those questions. Did you really say that? Did you really say that? I like the fact that he was trying to turn around, but he finally come like, I need to be clear with this girl. I wanted this word to come from me. I wanted, so he tried to still make a little bit of excuse, but he was a little bit honest for the first time. For the first time. And he said no, she's not the one for him. He cannot fall in love with her. He was forcing himself to fall in love with her. Oh my God. Remy say, you broke my heart once. I stayed together. You broke my heart again the second time. You're breaking my heart again the third time. Why is he keep breaking her heart? I saw Remy crying so much the past few episodes. Every time when he can avoid this damn situation, he literally says stuff, do stuff that gonna make Remy fall in love with him even more. It's not completely Remy's fault, you know, if she's blinded by love on us. It's actually deliver breakfast, going sneaking into the castle to see Remy, all those things. He does those things to her. Oh my God, I'm so exhausted. It has been a few episodes that make me exhausted. Like, I am glad she finally realized, listening to her parents, listening to brother, like everyone around her, listening to Mr. Cohn, like literally the most honest guy, telling her, hiding that letter, even though it might even affect him, like taking upon the responsibility to do that. That take a lot of courage. It's not snitchy. That take a lot of courage to do that. And I'm so proud of Mr. Khan from doing that, for one of the best for Miss Remy, you know. And then they have the conversation, Mr. Lincoln, Mr. Chapman or Lincoln, I agree. Literally accept that, yes, that happened. I was trying to fall in love with you, but it didn't work. I cannot do that, blah, 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 you know. And Remy asked him to go. He was literally walking, stop, turn around, like if Remy gonna send him or maybe, you know, like the nice guy for the teacher, Mr. Holland, Remy didn't even like fall in love with him, but he was such a great guy. Remy like went outside with him, they have a final good one. Mr. Lincoln was waiting for his moment. He's like turning around. Is she gonna walk me out? Is she gonna at least escort me outside, or like it's not gonna happen? Just get the F out of here. I'm sorry, Lincoln. You were my favorite. How did that happen? How did that went for? I don't know about Mr. Bokekyo. I really love Mr. Chapman to go like I prefer Mr. Bokekyo. Mr. Chapman is the F-boy. What's going on? It's like everything have a switch in my brain. I don't understand how that happened. But, oh my God. Lincoln is not the one I thought he would be in this show. He really surprised me. Not in a good way. Not in the good way. Not in a good way. Yeah, Remy didn't escort him outside. He left. I am so proud of Miss Remy. And that was the end of episode 11, or I can call that final episode, part 1. We have, no, it's not the end. We do have the farewell dance. I almost forgot about that. That's what happened. So we have the farewell dance with 3 suitors. So they say no one is safe. Even though Miss Remy sent Mr. Chapman home, it doesn't mean that the 3 other suitors are safe. So we're still gonna have this farewell dance, and we have Mr. George, Mr. Bukikyo, and Mr. Khan. Remy dance with each of them. They have their time to talk to Remy, and during Mr. Khan's time, he said I was the one who sent the letter. He was very honest with Miss Remy. Miss Remy said I really appreciate that. She didn't get mad at him. He said, oh, I was so scared. He was so scared. She first saved Mr. George.
Obviously, I want you to stay.
And then we have that moment with Mr. Bukiko and Mr. Gon. Like they were like, oh, who's gonna be sent home? I don't know. They have those time. It was a little mistake. Dun 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 dun. She cannot send Mr. Bukiko home. I'm like, no, there's no way Bukiko is going home. There's no way. I wasn't sure, but I'm like, you know what? When there are two people, they turn around, they show one person, they turn around, they show the person who's gonna say home, and the two people got saved. I'm like, oh yeah, and we moved to episode 12 with the final. Now it's the final episode, the real final episode of final part 2. We're gonna have 3 suitors left. Mr. Josh, Mr. Bukikio, and Mr. Con. 3 finalists to find love with Miss Remy. We are getting there. Like I predicted in the last episode, it's gonna be 10, 11, or 12. I'm glad it's 12. I am exhausted. This was supposed to be an off season for me. Why am I working so hard and not getting paid? Okay. Thank you so much for watching episode 11 of the Courtship. Right now, immediately we are moving to episode 12 of the Courtship. Literally in the next minute. Bye.